Hang on YouTube. Okay. So it's Monday morning. It's now 6:38 and I'm not sure yet, but if you've just seen the last video, it might have been what I've just been doing. So today was time trial day. I'm not sure why it's called it. It's called it Time Trial Tuesday, but it's Monday today. Unless somebody from Australia or somewhere set it up, I don't know. But, so last night I looked up this Rift companion app to see which workout I can do this morning. And it's funny, all the training rides that I had for today, it said not available until tonight. So just to get myself motivated, make sure I get out of bed and rush and get ready, I decided to enter the time trial. But it was on at 0600 and the next bike race or anything was on at about 0700. So there's not always a lot of things in between. So they say there's a lot of bike races, but you can't just jump on your bike any time of the day and enter a race any time of the day. If you just decide to just do a 10-mile time trial or a 20-mile time trial, a 30-mile time trial, you can't just select that and do that by yourself. If you wanted to ride around New York, you can't. You can only do the routes which they've set up on that day, and then you can only enter races which are actual races at a certain time. It would be good actually if you could just do your own time trial, select a route, select a distance. You could even do a hill climb or a quick lap around Harrogate or Richmond. So I wasn't sure what my FTP is, but I know that it's 10.9 mile time trial. It's pretty much flat, it goes to about 1 or 2%, but it takes about 25-30 minutes. So it's something just under FTP, sort of 20-minute power pace. So the best ever 20-minute time I've had, or FTP, is 309 watts. But I'm not sure if that's 100% accurate. It was done on the Sufferfest app, and the Sufferfest app, it does a 4-stage test where it tests sprint for I think 5 seconds, 30 seconds, 5 minutes and a 20-minute. So because the whole test is so hard, it says whatever power you get for your 20 minutes, just use that. So I scored 309, you just use 309. Whereas in a normal FTP test, a 20-minute test, you times it by 0.95 to give you your hour time. So there is that. It could have been too high. Also, I think I did that on my last Turbo Trainer, or maybe actually it might be in the first Turbo Trainer. It's either done on the Tacx Satori or the Tacx Flux S. Either way, this Tacx, now my Wahoo now is supposed to be the most accurate of the three. But I might have been a bit more, well, a bit fitter then. I've lost weight, so I feel like I'm struggling with my legs. They feel like they're not strong enough to push any high figures. Like my max sprint time is way low. So maybe if I brought up my strength, I'd be able to push harder, and also then easy would feel easier because I'd be a lower percentage of my max, maybe. So I guess the last fitness test I did, I don't know if you remember or not, I did a step test, a different test again, so it's not really fair. I've only done a few of them. But what it was is I woke up one morning, I wanted to enter a race on Zwift. I got to the start line, but it didn't connect. It didn't like join me into the race. And then, like I said, with the races, the next one wasn't for like an hour. So I had nothing else better to do. I was buzzing, ready to go. So I thought I'd do a cheeky step test. For only 15-20 minutes. And what you do with them is you get your final score, and you only take 75% of it. So if you score 400, you only get 300. I think I got, I had 360 I think I got on that. Or 200, came into 200 something. So it's lower than the 309. Yeah, so today I guessed, I tried to keep the power about 275. I didn't have a warm up. I got to the start line exactly like 30 seconds before the race started, because it's early morning, it's 6 o'clock in the morning. By the time I went to the bathroom and things, got dressed. No breakfast, so it's fasted. Still on my keto diet, so low carbs. No warm up. Guessing my FTP. I think my bike sounds a bit rough. Need to put some oil on the chain. So I tried to keep it at 275. It dropped down to about 230 sometimes. I chose between two different gears. If I did it in one gear, it felt a little bit easier, but the power dropped to like 230, 240. It's my comfortable RPM. I'm comfortable about 80, 85 RPM. Anything more than that feels fast. So at 80 RPM, we went down to 230. Changed down one gear, and the same RPM or even lower, went up to like 270, 280. So I had to balance it and be careful. Don't want to push too hard. Wasn't sure what I could do. When I got to the last, like when it ticked over 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and it was saying like the last 3 miles, I tried to pick up a bit. I was aiming for high 270s, 280s. Last mile I tried to get like 300. Only thing is though, because it's not an erg mode, so like it's like real, I think on the second half there's a few downhill sections, so it's a couple of little hills on the way up, on the way out to the turnaround point, like 1%, 2%. So what I tried to do was, on them, I was looking at the screen, I was trying to stick in like easier of the 2 gears, save energy, and then on the way back when it said minus, so it's going downhill, I put in the bigger gear and try to work hard to get my speed up a bit. Free speed downhill. So my average power looks a bit wavy because the track is slightly wavy. I haven't got a power meter like on the bike normally, so I was just trying to watch the screen for the power. As I said in a different video, I haven't got a heart rate strap on. I've only got my watch on. So I had a few little looks down at it. It went up to like 160. But I didn't have a warm up, so it takes like 5 minutes for it to get up. So yeah, not a bad race, felt alright. 270 power, felt alright. I think it's come up with the average power for 20 minutes is 255. But yeah, 27-minute time trial. So it's not quite like 20-minute FTP pace. It should be a bit slower because it's 27 minutes, not 20 minutes. Really, on the FTP test, you have a warm up. It's like an hour session where you go fast, slow, fast, slow. So there's that. I haven't carved up this morning or drinks this morning. I finished work late last night. Didn't actually eat anything or drink anything before bed. So not bad. Plus I haven't like tapered. I had that week off just over a week ago. Well, I had all of August off because I had no turbo trainer. Just getting back into it in September. October I had that weekend away last weekend. So I'm not like racing peak. Body weight isn't as low as it's been. And that's the thing as well. I didn't change the body weight on Zwift, so I think it's probably about 175, 176, the lightest it was. This morning I'm probably 178, so it's only like a cheat, probably by about two pounds, not much. But on my Garmin, I changed my weight the other day back up to wherever I was, about 182 I think. So if I've lost 4 pounds since the other day, and then if I've just done a good power on that time trial, it'll calculate my power to weight ratio, and there'll be a graph on my app, and it'll say I'm not as good as what I really am, and you can't adjust it until the next time you race. Yeah, you'd have to do another Garmin exercise with the new body weight. Actually, hold on. We'll try and do it now. See if it works. You can edit your body weight, but it won't update until you've done another session. So that one there is just a gentle pedal. I'll try and come back to it. Doesn't matter if it fails though. Because that's saved. I don't actually know my body weight. I'll guess it. 182, 181, 180, 179. I bet it'll be 179. I'll update that on the Garmin. Wait, what was it? Oh, it says 179 anyway. Yeah, you've got to update it. Otherwise, when it shows your FTP, power to weight ratio, the graph won't be great. Right, so if I go into 4 months, functional threshold power, 80.7 it says in. Yeah, that's right. 265 watts, that's my last FTP test. 3.28. Yeah. Yeah, it hasn't really changed really. Don't worry about that. Okay, so that's this little morning's training session and a little chat about what happened. Basically, I'm not faster, I'm not fitter. Actually, just before you go, let's see. Let's go to Zwift time trial Tuesday. It's not. So out of 34 people, I came 10th, but that means nothing though because it's all relative to your weight. Individual, like you're racing against yourself. Not 26 minutes 45, 26, 25, 25, 24, 24, 24, 23, 23, 23. 23:20 was the best. 255, 252. Well, nobody ahead of me had a less power to weight ratio. That's alright. I quickly go into Strava, I'll see what my record was. It might show what routes I've done before. Let me have a look. So today, matched activities. 26:07, 26:09, 26:07, 28:16, 27:43, 27:02. So I beat the last time and the time before that. Uh, 55 seconds behind my record. That was June. September's a bit crap. What's 83 RE, 81 RE. Okay, so not too bad then. Better than last time. So getting back there. Just a minute to catch up. Okay, so that's a good point to end the video on. Actually, I did better than last time, so happy with that. A minute in 10.9 miles. It's not too bad. So over 100 mile time trial. That could be 10 minutes. That's quite a distance, isn't it? 10 minutes. That's 5 miles. Okay, so thanks for watching. Subscribe, follow and like and share. Try and get my views up on the videos. And I'll see you soon.